Burak Bayburtlu. I'm an independent tech blogger and I work for Microsoft as well. Actually, the question in my mind is like most of us must have that. When we go to Silicon Valley and spend 1 week, let's say 1 week, where should we attend to? What is the at home of Silicon Valley, San Francisco? What is the best networking sessions happen? Which cafes should we hang out? Where should we go? Who should we see? We can read from. Who will be? You will be the guide as well, but maybe you can tell us about that. And living in Silicon Valley, what was the most extraordinary thing you noticed when you see and say, this is where I stay because of that?
1 week is not good enough. Like nothing is going to happen in 1 week. So you got to be there at least a month, because the first 2 weeks you'll be like, oh, what a nice place, you know, not a nice food and stuff. So we will enjoy the space, and we will do that. I actually volunteer. If anybody wants to come to San Francisco, we will. I mean, there are other people that are looking at me right now. They were there. We were together in San Francisco. There is a good Turkish community, and I think that's what we should do for each other. Like, if you need to have an introduction to an investor, send me an email. If you want to come to San Francisco and if you have those questions, send me an email. And send others an email. So we will actually provide that. Actually, Turkish people like to, meet Turkish people and joke around and stuff. And it's cool, that's something that we don't do for each other, I think, enough. But we want to. I think every Turkish person in San Francisco would love to give you a tour, or at least, recommend you to, the places to go. More importantly, though, if you're coming for the purposes of, okay, I want to become an entrepreneur and I want to know how it works, that needs preparation. We need to set you up with a startup. So at the moment, startup coding is on a floor where there's 83 other startups. So those are the kind of incubators. And I know 50 of them, right? Just tell me what you can do. Maybe, for example, I will just say, hey, this is a great guy from Turkey, and maybe he will, help you out with such and such. And then I'll hook you up with them, and then you will work for them for 2 weeks. Just get the hang of it. And just send us emails, and, we'll set up schedules.
Emre?
Thank you. Let me tell you my story again. When I went to Palo Alto first, it was just 2 weeks, really. It wasn't more. And what happened was I just spent days and nights in Starbucks. I didn't have anybody, I didn't know anybody there. It was 2005. And yeah, I spent days. And then it was all coincidence in my case. I just, bought a Forbes magazine in the Walgreens. Oh yeah, yeah. In the Walgreens, from the Walgreens, and I opened it. I saw an investor, and I started Googling it, and then I found that there is a Turkish investor working in the same firm with him, and then I found this guy's phone number from a public. It's like a psycho, I know, but I found his phone number from a public index, and then I called him, and he was very friendly. This guy's name is Barış Karadoğan, and he helped me actually find my first advisor, who's Cem Sertol. So it was all coincidence, and it just actually takes instincts and guts to go there. And it doesn't. You don't have to have a specific agenda, I think, but it of course helps to have an agenda. And like Devrim said, I think today, things are different. Today, there's a much more vibrant Turkish community in San Francisco. So I would recommend you to make some plans before you come. And if I were you, I would go to probably a Turkish event. There's, for example, TABC, Turkish American Business Community there, which, they organize events every year. You can attend them, or they organize sometimes Saturday events. You probably know it, you probably know it better than I do. So they organize these events. You can join them. You can look up meetup.com, and it's full of also events for programmers and stuff. So lots of opportunities today. But even if you don't have any plan, I think it's always helpful to spend some time there.
Great. Dilaver, I'm going to let you close out, and then I'm going to have the last word. Absolutely. I totally agree. It all starts with your, connections, personal connections. And I would just make it, again, very tactical. You can do that even who are here, sitting out, reaching out via LinkedIn to see who are the people you know in your extended network. We didn't have these tools, believe it or not, even 5 years ago. It's amazing how much you can connect right here, sitting today, even just following hashtag on Twitter, and make sure you're all prepared for that. I would say, though, Barak, just to make you feel better, it is not just about you being from Turkey feeling like, what am I going to do if I go there? It is true of people even from Omaha and Oklahoma City, and with all due respect, even parts of New York, to come to the Valley and see, what do I do here? Who do I know? The Valley is unique even within the United States. So other folks, everybody goes through the same transition. Yes, they have less of an issue because of being Americans, but for most part, they have to get to know a place. And frankly, that takes a while. It is not easy. You may spend months and a year or two or even more working, figuring things out, taking a job, learning the place. That takes. So please don't look for instant gratification. Please do not. There is no such thing coming into the valley in 2 months and then suddenly we found gold. They did that in 1849, but it doesn't happen anymore. But the experience will be all worth it. And we are certainly here to help you and happy to welcome you along with Devon and Emre if you want to come.